Hi, I'm Colin from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and today I'll be doing the handover demonstration on the Elddis Autoquest 150. So coming down the driver's side of the vehicle, the first locker door that you get to is your cassette toilet, which opens with the round-headed key. And then to get the cassette out, make sure the blade on the bottom bowl of the toilet inside is closed. You'll be able to lift and slide it out. And then you take your cassette to the waste disposal point, take the cover off, empty it out by using the green button at the back. Once you've emptied it, there's normally a tap there, put a little bit of water in, give it a rinse, tip out again, and then you would replenish it with chemical by putting a full cup of the blue or the green chemical into here, and then it's ready to use. Above, for your tank flush, you have your header tank, so it's not taken from the main tank on this motorhome, it's a separate reservoir for your system. And what you do is you fill with pink in here and then top up with water, and down the side you'll see your level increase to what is in the header tank for your flush. Moving further along, this is your cover for your vent, for your heater when on gas. So when heating the water on gas, you've got to pinch it and pull the cover off. Take the cover off, put this in the driver's door pocket. It only needs to come off when heating the water on gas. Next to it you do have your external TV point. So if you are on a super site, you might want to get a length of coax cable, connect into here and connect it to the site, and then the motorhome inside will use the TV aerial on the site instead of the one on the roof, should you be struggling to get a TV signal. Then moving on, you've got a 12-volt socket there for a water pump. Should you be filling from an aqua roll, you'd put your 12-volt in there to pump in the aqua roll and the water in the fresh water, which I'll talk about in a moment. And then this is where you'd fill up with fresh water. So this opens with one of the round-headed keys. Overflowed, or if you can't get a hose pipe to the vehicle, you'd obviously bring a cassette, use a pump and fill with water. You can see inside on the control panel how much water is on board, and then to drain it off, should you have taken on contaminated water or should you not be using the vehicle or storing it for the winter, you'd simply open and drain the fresh water off. At the back you've got your LPG, liquid petroleum gas. This is your gas locker, so you can fit 2 6-kilogram gas bottles in there. Obviously make sure the bottles are securely tied in once you put the bottles on board, and you connect the pigtail to the bottle. It's a left-hand thread with it being gas, and you nip up with the spanner, and then you would turn it on and off at the top of the bottle. Obviously do turn it off because it's safer to have it off when you are on the road, and then you turn it back on when you get to your site. And that one opens with the West alloy key, so the square key. Then coming around the back, you've got your bike rack. You take the strap off. Rails on here for your bikes, and then you would use the arms, which aren't fitted at present but will be, to secure the bikes. Now on the passenger side of the vehicle, the back here, using the West alloy key again. Open up here, and this is where your leisure battery is. So you get your leisure battery, your main fuse for your leisure battery, and your hookup point. So if you hook the vehicle up, you get your hookup lead, lift the collar, always hook the vehicle up first, then the sight, as we wouldn't want you walking around with the live lead, and do it in reverse when you're unhooking it, and slide it on here like so. And then that'll give you 240 volts main electric in the vehicle. And then you've got your awning with a C-rail fitted underneath for a driveway canopy, but you do have a C-rail built into the awning anyway, which is a little bit longer. And then you've got your security handle, so that can either be helping an aid to get in and out, or you can have it over the door for added security. Put it into here, and then you can lock it over the door. And obviously your door does open and close with the round-headed key. come to the front passenger door, you have your lockable diesel cap. This is where you fill with diesel fuel. You've got your tyre pressures, so 4.1 bar on the front and 4.5 bar on the back, which is 59.3 on the front and 69 psi on the back. Fuel kit's underneath the seat here, which has got a jack and a brace and torn eye in. Engine battery lives underneath the floor. Should you ever have to get it out, you'd have to lift this cover. And bonnet releases on the side of the dashboard there. Underneath the bonnet you've got your various liquids, so you've got your radiator coolant, your brake fluid, your power steering fluid and your screen wash. You've got your oil and your oil dipstick down here. And then should you need to jump start the vehicle, you'd put your earth on here, lift this cover and put your positive on there. And then just underneath your battery box is where you'll find your waste drain tap. So this is anything you have put down a plug hole. Simply drive over a grate, open that up to drain the vehicle off. So just located inside the door is your 12-volt kill switch, so this stops any power drain from your leisure battery. So make sure this is turned on and then you will then be able to switch your control panel on, which is just behind your wardrobe. So this is your main control panel. So you've got your pump, which you can turn on and off, which you'd have on if you were using water, so shower, sink, toilet. Then you've got your vehicle volts at the top, so how much is in the leisure battery at present. Your water, so obviously it's pretty empty as it's winter, we've got no water in the vehicle. And then you've got aux in vehicle. Aux is your leisure battery and vehicle is obviously your vehicle battery. You always want to run the motorhome off the leisure battery, as there is a chance if you put on the vehicle battery you can flatten the battery. Above you've got the switch for your water heater on electric, and next to it you've got the ultra store water. So this is where you'd heat your water on gas. So you've got 30 to 70 degrees where you can pick your temperature of the water. Obviously make sure the cover's off outside, otherwise you'll get a red light on here. And this is how you'd heat your water, i.e. if you were wild camping. So to heat the vehicle on gas, this is your gas Truma fire. So you turn and ignite. And if you look in the fire tool, you will see that it is lit. You hear it roar, and that is the gas fire lit. You would use this when you were wild camping. And then in the wardrobe area, you've got your TV aerial. So what you can do here is loosen the nut off and push the stem up through the van, and then when you travel you pull the stem down and securely fasten the TV aerial into place. You've got your fold away table here, you've got your trips for on mains electric, and you do have your telly booster. Also underneath here is where your Truma boiler is, so to drain your boiler off in the winter, this tap here, this yellow tap which is stood up like so now, it needs to be in this position when winterizing, so it allows the 10 litres of water to drain directly underneath the chassis. And when using it you just flick it down so it's on its side, fill the vehicle with water, put the pump on, go to the cold side first, you'll get automatically cold water, go to the hot, it'll cough, splutter, and what is it doing? It's pulling the water from the main tank into the boiler until it gets enough pressure. But when you are winterizing, if you leave all the taps within the vehicle open, unscrew the shower head from the hose and lie the hose in the shower tray to stop any water from freezing. But do make sure the water is drained down in the vehicle, as it's your responsibility and it isn't covered under warranty, and these are very expensive to repair or replace should it be broken. In your kitchen area you have 3 gas rings there, and an oven and grill. Underneath is your gas taps, these are for when the vehicle is serviced. The technician will check that the gas is working accordingly and there's no gas leaks. But if there's any problems with gas, turn it off at the bottle. Put your slide out cupboard in there, and then next to it you do have your Dometic fridge and freezer box. This is the Dometic fridge freezer. So you turn on here on mains electric. When hooked up, you'd use 240 to chill the fridge. You put on the battery when travelling, which just keeps the temperature the same. So the idea with the battery is it's from the engine. When the engine started, you would put it on a gas or electric prior, cool it down, put your shopper in, allow that to cool down, and then you could put on a battery just to keep the temperature the same. And it acts as a cool box when you're travelling, just keeps the shopping fresh. And then should you go wild camping and you're not hooked up, you'd go to gas. Hold this down and ignite with here, and there's a little pilot light at the back of the fridge down here which you'd look down in like the spy hole and see the gas flare. And obviously you can lock the fridge when travelling to stop the door from opening. So now in the cab to the right of the driver you do have your handbrake, and then you've got your electric window adjustments and the mirror adjustments, which does the top and the bottom. You've got Remus car blinds fitted on side windows and windscreens. So for the side windows you just slide it out, and for the windscreen you'd push one up, one down, this will pop out, and then you do it on both sides, slide it behind the mirror, and there is just a magnetic strip in the middle where they meet. So if it is going to be a dark, or should I say windy night, you'd probably want to put elastic band around the handles in the middle. And then you do have your headlight adjustment, your trip computer with your wiper stalk. SRC just changes from FM to AM to CD on the radio, but this has had an aftermarket Sony radio fitted. So whether it's got the steering wheel controls on this or not will determine if this works. Your skipper track, volume and mute. Then you do have your lights and indicators. 5-speed manual gearbox with uplifted collar for reverse. This locks the cab doors on an evening and unlocks them, so just the driver and passenger. Hazards, rear fog lights and heated mirrors. You've got your temperature, must be on at least 1 or more for the fans to work. Then you've got your distribution and your recirculation. And then it has been fitted with a DAB head unit. And this concludes the handover video on the Elddis Autoquest 150 2007. Should you have any questions, please contact Tyne Valley Motorhomes on 01207 272 777, or you can email our sales department at sales@tynevalleymotorhomes.co.uk. Or should you have come across this video and you like the layout of this van and you're looking for an Autoquest 150, contact our sales department and we'll see what we can do for you.